Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about road trip beer pong. So this was the first time watch for me. I found out that there was a road trip sequel quite a while ago and I said, hey, what the heck, maybe one day I'll check that out. And I just reviewed Road Trip, so I had to do the sequel. I'm a sucker for sequels. I had to do it. So I'm glad that I checked this out. It wasn't a terrible movie by any means, but to be honest, I was not a fan of this. It wasn't super hard to get through. Like for the most part, it was entertaining, but it was just it wasn't memorable. The comedy was serviceable, but it wasn't like laugh out loud, and it was like so similar to the first one, but it like the quality was like much lower, and yeah, it's by no means like a terrible movie. It wasn't like I was like falling asleep or like having to pause it and go do other stuff and like take a break. Like I got through the movie and it was like entertaining enough, but yeah, at the end of the day I was not a fan. And would I watch this again? I probably will never watch this again, to be honest. So yeah, that is my opinion, unfortunately. But yeah, now that that has been said, I'm gonna get into my plot summary. So once again, the movie focuses on a group of college kids, and the lead, Andy, he has this like long term, long distance girlfriend, and she actually transfers to his school, and he's kind of contemplating like, I've been with this girl for so long, like, am I missing out? Like he's contemplating that a little bit, but his friends are really pushing him to kind of step out of his shell. They're like, dude, it's college. Like you've been with this girl forever. You're so reserved. Like you need to go see what else is out there. So, yeah, his friends kind of talk him into going on this road trip, and there's two main goals associated with the road trip. So one thing is they're going to this beer pong tournament, and they're going to you know, participate in it. They're gonna like uh, play in the beer pong tournament, and then like another goal of the road trip is that uh, Andy's like old crush from back in the day, who he's like totally lusted for forever. She's a model, and she's like a beer pong model, which I guess that's the thing. But yeah, she's a beer pong model. And she's going to be at the tournament. So, you know, one of the goals is, of course, to participate in the tournament. But like the main overarching goal is, okay, Andy is stuck between, you know, he's got this long term girlfriend, and his buddies are kind of like, hey, maybe you should see what else is out there. And then he's like got this girl that he thinks is absolutely beautiful. He's wanted to get with her for forever. So like he wants to go to this tournament and basically hook up with her, and like just see what else is out there. So that is the basic plot summary. Now I'm gonna jump into the meat and potatoes of the review, my main points. So my first point that I want to touch on is there's like this movie is pretty much an all new cast. The only returning cast members are DJ Qualls, who plays Kyle once again, but he's in a different like he's in like a different role. He like takes over the Tom Green role. He's like the narrator of the movie, and he's doing this he's like a tour guide. He's doing this tour for students, like new students, to kind of like entice them to come to the school. And then the only other returning cast member is the mom from the tour group that Tom Green was hooking up with. So yeah, that's it for returning cast members, and I was happy to see them. I'm happy to get any returning cast member. And DJ Qualls, I loved him in the first movie. I thought he did well in this, but um, I I didn't think he fit. I didn't think he fit the part. I don't think he fit the role that he was in this one. So, like I said, in this one he takes uh, over like Tom Green's role. He's the tour guide. He's the narrator. He's supposed to be a little bit more smooth, a little bit funnier in this, and I think his acting performance was good. I think he was funny for the most part, but it's just like he just had such big shoes to fill. Where DJ Qualls, he's in a bunch of comedic stuff, and he's a hilarious actor. I think he's like a great comedic actor when he's doing comedy, but like that role in the first movie, like Tom Green was just, he was insane. He was crazy. He's like making out with moms, like I said, and he's like fabricating stuff in the story, and he's just being like an absolute psycho. And that's what's so fun about it. It's like of course people would be so invested in the story, and it's like unorthodox, but people are like, they're so invested because this zany, wacky, crazy guy is telling this wild story, and just like the way he is narrating it is just like nuts. Like the way he's interacting with everyone is crazy. DJ Qualls was fun in this, and he was funny, but like I feel like he just did not fit the part well. He just wasn't. He didn't bring that same energy that Tom Green brought to that specific role. So yeah, unfortunately, even though we did get him like returning this, we did get DJ Qualls back. I feel like he wasn't used to his full capacity. Like I feel like, I don't know, trying to put him in that role, it was just it didn't really fit with his style. Like he's funny, but he's not that crazy, zany, over the top funny like Tom Green, and that's kind of what I expected from that role, and I didn't get it. So like I was like a little bit disappointed, but like I said, he did well, and it was cool to see him. But I did want to touch on that because I was thinking that as I was watching the movie, that I just feel like he did not fit the part. Okay, another problem that I have with this movie is, okay, it's so similar to the first one, and like I have said in quite a few videos, I have no problem with direct-to-DVD sequels, direct-to-video sequels, whatever. But when you make a direct-to-DVD sequel, like almost entirely the same as the original, but you just change a few things, it really, like the budget shows, the loss in quality shows. Like if it's a different thing, it's a different thing, but it's like the characters are eerily similar. You have the main character Andy, who he's torn between his long-term girlfriend and this new girl, and he's more like the straight man. And then you have this stoner guy Jake. He's more of like a stereotypical like straight up stoner, like not like the other guy in the first movie, who was more like intellectual. But yeah, you got a stoner guy again, and then you got this guy Corkin, who he's like the asshole guy, like the lovable asshole. And then you got Arash, who initially they're gonna use him because they think he has money, but then he actually becomes their friend. So it's like literally all the characters, they're the same characters, but just slightly different. And you have the narrator once again, but like I said, it's like it doesn't hit as hard. It's not the same. So I feel like these type of movies, direct to DVD, direct to video, whatever, direct to streaming sequels, can work, but when they're so similar to the first one, it just shows like I said, all of the loss in quality, you know. Like if they did something different, you wouldn't really notice. You'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool, that's kind of neat. But when they're like trying to do the same thing, but they don't have the magic or the charm or the budget, you're like, why am I not just watching the original thing? You know, it's like they already did it and they did it well. It's like this time it's done okay, but it's like, why wouldn't I just why like I'm wasting time, you know? Like why wouldn't I just watch the first one where they did the same exact thing but they did it better, you know? Like that is the vibe that you get with this. And once again, I'm not totally hating on it, even though I was not a fan and I didn't, you know, think this movie was good, like in my opinion. Did I think it was, like I said, did I think it was a bad movie? Like entirely, like I said, it moved at a decent pace. Some of the comedy was okay. Like it wasn't terrible. You know, I've seen way worse movies. It's not terrible, but it's forgettable. I don't know. It's just kind of a waste of time. You know, it's like I don't know why they made this one. It's just like was it a cash grab? Like what, I don't know. Like it must have been. I mean, every movie it's like a business. At the end of the day, it is a cash grab. But like I don't know. Like were people really like clamoring for a road trip sequel? I feel like that's a movie. It doesn't really need a sequel, even though I like sequels. Like I don't know. It was like a full story. This it's like I don't know. When the whole time I'm watching, I'm just like, why did they make it? I wish I was watching the first one. You know. So there you go. I'm not trying to be a hater though. So you know, I hope I'm not coming off too negative, but I'm just being honest with my opinion. And yeah, but that's enough of that. Like I'm kind of talking in circles here, so I'm gonna jump into my last point and then wrap things up. So one, you know, to end on a positive note, there was one thing that I actually really liked about this movie. So Andy, like earlier on in the movie, he recorded this video, which that's kind of a cool callback. It was like a different type video, so that was actually kind of a cool callback. So he recorded this video for his long-term girlfriend Katie, where he's singing this song, and you know he's just wearing his boxers, and he's like in the buff, and he doesn't want anyone to see the song, but like he was just gonna send it to her like for their anniversary, but his buddy Corkin uploads it to YouTube. It goes viral, gets like 500,000 views, and then he's like doing shows later on. So I thought that was really neat because, you know, this came out in 2009 and YouTube initially came out in 2005. So this isn't that long after like the initial conception of YouTube. So it was like still early on in the days of, you know, viral videos and like memes becoming like legit things that make money. Like, you know, like I forgot exactly like the years that these videos came out, but like you had the hide your kids, hide your wife guy, like, you know, that whole meme turned it. I think they did like a song remix of that, and he made bank. He made like a killing. Or like Sweet Brown, the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That lady. She like they did a remix of that. I think she got a ton of money off that too. So this kind of touched on that idea where it's like, oh, you make this joke song and you're like this viral meme, but then he's out here like doing shows and stuff. Like I don't think he got paid. Like they just had to have him come up on stage. But like when they did the Where Are They Now, he was like trying to follow it up with another song, and they're like, yeah, he was just a one-hit wonder. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of neat that this was, you know, 2009 and they were still touching on that like meme, like how they were touching on the idea that a meme song or a meme can turn into like a legitimately profitable thing, you know, or like you initially like something as a joke or you see it as a joke, but then it's like you genuinely like it. Like that's like a thing. And nowadays, you know, we see that more and more and more, where it's like, if you want to be a artist, if you want to be a singer, blah blah blah, you almost have to utilize memes. Like something from, actually it's not recent memory now, but I remember like, Ugly God, he would put the lizard in his nose and do like the little rock and roll hand sign. Like, I don't know, like I'm not as up on like the newer rappers, but like more like I like more like underground stuff, but yeah, I just remember like that era, like the 2016, 17 to like 19 era, where it's like I feel like there were so many memes. You had like Little Pump, where she's like shooting out the side of his car, like, like now, well, maybe not as much now. Like now it's like more, it is more about the music, but I mean still, like memes are so integral, like they're such an integral part of like launching like your music career. And like a lot of songs do start out as joke songs, or like even someone like Young Lean. Like a lot of people thought he was a joke at first, and they looked at him like a meme. And like I even like Anthony Fantano like didn't do like a real review for Unknown Death, but then it's like now people look at him like a legit artist, which I mean I really do like his music, so I think that's cool that people do look at him like a legit artist. So yeah, I don't know, I just like that little part of the movie where, Andy like did this song, and it was like kind of a goofy song, but it blew up, and he's actually doing shows, and he's trying to like make it like flip it into like a legit career, because he's doing like follow-up songs and follow-up videos. So he's trying to like bank on that 15 minutes of fame, which, it was relevant in 2009. It's still relevant today, almost more relevant. So I did like that aspect of the movie. So I'm glad I got to end on a positive here, because I'm not trying to be a complete negative Nancy. That's no fun. But yeah, in terms of a recommendation, I would not recommend Road Trip Beer Pong. I think overall, like I said, overall it's not the worst thing ever, but it's just kind of a waste of time in my opinion, and you're better off just watching the first one because they're so similar. So yeah, that's been my recommendation, and that has been my review. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.